Hello everybody, I'm Technovoid, your host and replacement for your required gay person, and with me is Hamsterwings, your favorite Pokemon analyst. We are back here with a late Week 8, but a Week 8 nonetheless.
Indeed. It would be really sick if you screen shared with me, though.
Yeah, I should do that. You should have said something. No,
No,
I
what?
want you to talk about Nedgem versus Kotard Crow from memory.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so begin. Because honestly, this is a match that honestly I think memory is enough for how this one went down.
I completely disagree with you, but okay.
Wait, what do you mean? It's like there's like imprison, protect, and gravity hypnosis, and that was basically the whole match.
Yeah, but it was a cool learning experience.
It was, I think, yeah. I mean, we'll get into this match. There's definitely a few things to say here. Mainly, this match is just funny. That's the main thing. But otherwise, I guess talk to me about these teams.
Yeah, so let's go over team preview as if this weren't a funny.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Nedgem's team out of order. I've given up at some degree, but it's fine. But yeah, tell me about this shenanigans.
Yeah, so we got the Iron Hands. Iron Hands has been I feel like the hardest Pokemon to prep into of the season, or one of them. Like individual Pokemon, not Pokemon that are supported by other Pokemon.
Yeah, the thing about Hands is it has been difficult to prep into, but I also feel like it hasn't actually done that much, just because I feel like so much prep does go into it.
Yeah, I agree. And also, I guess just kind of the idea that Ned's team is a lot of standalone threats.
Yep.
And there's not a ton of synergy. Like gouging fire requires more prep than Iron Hands, but mostly because of its insane support.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. With Ned's team, I mean, and that I think has kind of been shown out throughout Ned's matches, especially with something like Sinistra, who tends to come in late, and it kind of just does a bunch of work on its own.
Yeah, Sinistra has done a ton.
Sinistra has done a ton, but it's almost never been in conjunction with another Mon. I mean, there's something to be said, obviously, for Persian Alola and Rabambi just in general this season, but honestly, a lot of Ned's team has just felt okay, here's the Mon, it's gonna do as much as it can, and then it's gonna die, and the next Mon that can do as much as it can is gonna come out.
That's what it's felt like, yeah. Speaking of Pokemon that can do a lot on their own, Dirge does that.
Yeah, not in this match, but in general.
Not in this match, no.
No.
But anyway, looking at and there's a Registeel here, which
sure,
honestly, I don't see it.
Yeah,
but
I believe. Yeah, I don't see it either. I don't believe it. I don't believe you. There's no Registeel here. He's invisible.
That's not what I meant. I meant I don't see it into this team.
He literally has clear body. He is transparent. You cannot see him.
Oh, okay. Fair
enough. Has that ever made sense to you? The ability clear body. Most of the Pokemon with the ability clear body are very opaque.
I just kind of assumed it meant reflective, but
I guess, but they have mirror armor.
But then there's Regirock, who's not reflective at all.
And also, wait, does Regirock have clear body? It doesn't.
I'm pretty sure it does. I'm pretty sure they all do.
No, because what's its face? Reggie Ice has it's Ice Heal or some shit, right?
Yeah, it's his hidden ability.
Is their primary all clear body?
I think so.
What the fuck is Regirock doing over here?
Anyway, that's a massive tangent.
Yeah.
Looking at Crow's team, we got
some of the clear body. Sorry.
What?
He does have clear body.
Yeah, I know.
What the fuck? Regirock.
We got some favorites on Crow's team. We got the Cresselia, we got the Mimikyu, we got the Aggron. They love coming to games.
I unironically do love seeing both the Mimikyu and the Crobat here. It feels better to have a TR, what's the word I'm looking for? Not set.
Option.
Yeah, a TR option, while also just being actually, my team does also like going fast. I mean, as we've seen.
Yeah, like we got some Trick Room here, but also there's Crobat Valiant.
Yeah. Like, if Kotard wants to just go in, if, like, the TR doesn't work out, that is fine.
I'm loving the, like, increasing appreciation for Valiant that Kotard's been showing off.
Yeah, the past couple of weeks. It's like, yes, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, TR is... You either need to go hard TR, which honestly not even that recommended, but if you're not, you can't rely on it if you're only going half TR. You need other options. But it feels like Kotard's definitely been picking that up the past couple of weeks. Alright, should we just hop into this one or anything else?
Sure, sounds good to me.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, so we got some leads here. So, we'll see pretty soon, I think even turn 1, what Ned's general game plan is this match, and it is a game plan indeed. Kotard, starting out here with the Tailwind alongside the Cresselia.
Yeah.
Oh, right, to get the gravity off, because that's what he's doing. So, Ned going for Imprison, Protect. Baby, that's how we do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Dirge is carrying Protect, and that's kind of the whole joke of this game. Is,
us teaching.
We've talked about how Kotard protects a little too much, and Ned's like, I'm gonna fix it.
Yeah, no more. Commit a violence or die trying. So yeah, now you have both of these Pokemon asleep, and this is something I don't know if it necessarily comes up at this point, but something that is just worth mentioning. Kotard, I think, like once or twice during this match, had points like this where both Pokemon were asleep and wanted to just like protect or switch or just like do other things. It's like they're asleep. This is your perfect time to hit.
Mm-hmm.
So please do. Torch Song not killing.
Dirge gets a ton of damage off with that Torch Song.
Yeah.
Like holy. Because bear in mind that Pokemon has Filter.
True.
And Torch Song is only like a base 80 move.
Yep. Yeah, so it's pretty big right now.
Gets off the body press. Registeel is very notable for how little damage it does.
Mm-hmm. Here's a Protect.
Like I feel like no matter what you do, Registeel does no damage.
Yeah, and at this point, I mean, I feel like trying to heal up in front of the boosting Skeledirge is dangerous, but it ends up working out because like Ned does actually have a pretty passive field. That explosion really only served the purpose of bringing Persian in.
Yeah,
it really didn't do much of anything.
Sometimes when a Pokemon doesn't learn Baton Pass, you gotta improvise.
I suppose so. Very accurate.
Sinistra comes in and heals up the Persian. We've seen so few Hospitality procs this season, I feel like.
Really? I feel like we've seen a fair number.
I feel like Sinistra just always comes in so late.
Yeah. I think there's like 1 or 2 matches where it's procced multiple times, and I'm thinking of that, and then the rest of the time it hasn't. So this Malamar getting just so many special attack boosts doesn't really matter because it's a physical set.
Yeah, I don't think special Malamar is anything.
Yeah, well, you know, maybe if you're going against Snarl, who's to say?
I think you might still do 30%.
Yeah. So like, okay, what? I guess yeah for the Snarl, but still.
Yeah, not a lot of point in protecting there, but gets up the gravity.
Yeah, like you're still slower.
And Ned, of course, says, "Hey, stop that."
Yeah, so in comes the Crobat, want to get more sleeps. I think this might be the point where there's just like a bunch of things asleep on the field, and Kotard's like, no, I would need to protect / switch. It's like, that's the thing, and we've said this ad nauseum, I think, over this season, and honestly probably even last season, but just, it's like, if you're gonna put so much effort into getting a game state that is valuable for you, like a double sleep on the enemy side, or even just 1 sleep on the enemy side, or a Trick Room, anything that's gonna take you even 1 turn of setup, you need to get that back somehow. That needs to be worthwhile for you later in the game for you to be spending that turn of setup.
Yeah.
So when you set something up and then you don't use that advantageous game state before it goes away, you've essentially not just wasted the turn of setup, you've wasted the turn of the thing you're setting up for. So it's just kind of like, why?
Yep.
So you really got to be more offensive. Really just, I think it comes down to just understanding when you have the advantage.
Yeah.
Speaking
of advantage, Crobat's got a lot of that going on right now.
Well, Crobat's dead now, so Crobat's actually got 0 advantage. He's in the ground.
Yeah, but it sure did set up a lot of them. Hey, Shiny Valiant works.
Dispenser! He's dispensing justice. This Moonblast just big damage. I'm realizing
Beautiful
this week,
double into this Sinistra, by the way.
Yes, very good.
That's what you do when the other Pokemon's asleep.
Yeah. This Snarl, unfortunately missing the Valiant.
Yeah, that's pretty important.
Which is going to allow it to one-shot this Hands. So that's too bad.
Yeah, classic Iron Valiant.
Classic Valiant. But yeah, that is going to be the match. Man, Sinistra is so fucking tanky. I had to do calcs for it this week, and that piece of shit does not die.
Yeah, it's fat.
I'm really mad about how fat it is. Anyways, Kotard here, getting a switch in. This is one actually that makes sense because the game is obviously over either way. Getting Mimikyu a little kill there. You'll have to see Mimikyu get a kill. He's a little guy. So yeah, that was a very one-sided match. That being said, there were definitely some funny things here. It
was one-sided, but I don't think the main goal was to win.
Right? Yeah. No. I mean, between explosion
and that's just what makes Friend Ball so beautiful.
That's what makes Friend Ball a thing that will maybe continue or maybe not, depending on player count. Anyways, let's talk about another game. We've got Math Geek versus Burnt. So looking at these teams, what are your thoughts?
Right. So this is an interesting match. But let's talk about team preview here now.
Okay.
Obviously we got Math, we got the sun. There's a lot of sun. It's so bright out.
It's actually been a really rainy week for here.
It has been in
it's
real
been
life,
awful,
but
yeah,
it's been gross outside. But obviously the sun coming out, gonna boost the Venusaur, boost the Great Tusk. We've never had this team on team preview in a recap before, so just kind of the basic sun synergy you can see in the first 4, plus half anti synergy with Volcanion. You know how it is.
Yeah. Ambipom, something that has been pretty consistently coming to matches this season. Makes sense. I mean, in terms of C tiers, it's one of the I think, at least for Math's team, one of the ones that makes more sense to bring frequently. It gives you fake out support, obviously, and it has some okay coverage.
Yeah, it's pretty good at positioning.
Yeah. And on Burnt side, so we're missing. What are we missing here? Who's the B tier we're missing? It's Mega Heracross. I think that makes sense.
Yeah, I think that makes a ton of sense here.
Yeah. Impidimps Evolution, whatever the fuck it's called. He's here instead. Morgrim, thank you. Yeah. I knew there was one between Impidimp and Grimmsnarl.
Yeah, he's right there.
His name escaped me.
It's kind of cool to see Comfy here because it's like a non grass type that gets Synthesis, which is going to be 75% heal in the sun instead of 50. Makes sense to see Blastoise, probably going to be mostly a support here. Obviously very scared of Venusaur. This whole team is pretty scared of Venusaur, honestly.
Yeah. Venu's big here.
Yeah, between Solar Beam, Weather Ball, and Earth Power, there's not a lot that Venusaur can't kill.
And Sludge Bomb.
Yeah.
Bye-bye, Comfy, you dumb bitch.
Yeah, I guess Weather Ball was actually unnecessary. It's all Sludge Bomb covered.
Yeah.
But yeah, kind of looking like a hard game for Burn.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see.
And it'll be even harder once we see what Burn's main strategy is. I mean, there's no bones about it. It's just a very weird, not a bad. I mean, no, kind of a bad gimmick. I think there's other options here, but I haven't looked at the team, how the teams go. So the helping hand here He's ready to help burn it. He's gonna burn it? No, he's not. But he is not gonna be faked out. And even through a helping hand, not gonna kill Zeraora there.
That is a full bulk Zeraora.
Yeah, that Zeraora's full bulk, and we see why here. Basically, just complete support, setting up that E terrain, which we'll later find out is terrain extender.
It's the most important Thunder Wave in the West, by the way.
Yeah, and then dies because of a good switch on Math's part there.
Yep.
So,
very good, preventing the Volt switch, locking in Zeraora, and taking up the kill.
Yeah. So at this point, Burnt, as we will see, is very much sort of full in on this this sweep here. But because Zeraora is dead, it has a very limited number of turns to actually use this electric terrain. It could be either 3 or 6. As it turns out, it is 6. But Burnt really struggles here with, like, obviously protecting it because it's such an important target, while still, like, getting use out of these turns. Had to protect, had to switch out. Like, what do you do?
Yeah.
The fake out pressure is just so strong. And Math actually using a fighting type, not fighting, a ground type move on his ground type Pokemon to kill something. You love to see it.
Yeah, I love when Great Tusk clicks Headlong Rush.
It's so good. It should do it more. So yeah, here another ally switch. It's just like, yeah, I mean this obviously kills the Klefki. Klefki was kind of just a sack here, but it just you need this Moth to just be doing something. But this thing
it's
just
forced to click Protect again.
Yeah, this thing just keeps fucking coming in.
And of course, Math makes the read, fakes out the Comfy.
Yeah. Does still go for the Steam Eruption just in case.
Yep, understandable.
Doesn't pan out, but I mean, Math's doing what Math needs to do, and that is stalling out this terrain completely. Because he's got Sun in the back. When he wants that Venu to pop off, I mean, it is paralyzed now, which is really, really bad. He's still got that Sun, still got that Proto.
Iron Moth not gonna quite KO the Ambipom, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Considering the amount of boosts it has.
Here comes
good old Morgrim comes back in. He is carrying the fake out. That is going to take up the kill on Ambipom. Gonna discharge and crit the Morgrim.
So sad, so sad.
And that's the last turn of Electric Terrain. It is gone.
Yep, so now it's you still got that balloon. Fake tears. Genuinely such an important play there.
Yeah, beautiful fake tears on the Great Tusk.
Yeah, unfortunate miss on the Heat Wave there. The last couple of turns of this game would have been so different if that Heat Wave hit, just in terms of what people had to plan around. But I guess this is probably a good place to pause, right?
Yeah.
Because there's so many possible things that could be happening here on both sides.
It's also pretty important that Zard's Heat Wave hit Iron Moth.
Right. Yeah.
Because it broke the balloon.
Yeah, it broke the balloon. Now it's within range of Earth power. So obviously the sun is up. Venusaur is very fast, but it's also paralyzed, which means it's actually not that fast. So obviously from Math,
Venusaur is back to its base speed, and since Math is almost certainly running Modest on it, because who wouldn't?
Yeah.
It's gonna go last.
It's gonna go last. Yeah. So
even with Timid, I think it would be going last.
So, obviously, either of the things on Burnt side could, I think, kill it, probably before it gets a chance to move. It is packing Protect, and Charizard is packing Tailwind. So that is one possibility, obviously. What else do you think Math can potentially do here, other than what Math does?
There's so many possibilities from both sides on this turn. Zard can go for Heat Wave.
Yes.
I think that would make a lot of sense. Zard can go for Tailwind. I think that would also make a lot of sense.
Yeah, because Zard doesn't die on this turn. The only thing that really happens is Zard can potentially get flinched. If Shaman hits it, there's a 60% chance of flinch. If it does manage to get the Heat Wave off, it probably kills the Shaman. I doubt the Shaman survives that.
I think it dies in one.
Yeah, and then between the Moth and the Zard, I believe Zard does win the Heat Wave war there. Just barely.
It does, but Discharge Para is always a thing.
Right, yeah. Oh yeah, obviously if the thing dies in one, you can just discharge, which is pretty big. So there's that. Um, okay, so that's that. What else?
So that's Math's side, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
On Burnt's side, in my opinion, the best play here is to, bless you, air
That was
slash
a
the
cough.
Charizard. What?
That was a cough.
How?
I
It's
don't
not
know.
how it sounded on the mic.
It's like everyone says my coughs sound like sneezes.
Anyway, in my opinion, the best play is
Regirock
to,
has Clear Buddy. That doesn't make any sense.
air slash the Charizard and Heat Wave with Iron Moth.
You continue?
Uh-huh. Since the Venusaur is moving last, I think it's probably the safest play, and since Charizard's moving before it and you want to flinch the Charizard, Math can win on this turn, Burnt cannot.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the most important thing is to try and prevent one of Math's Pokemon from moving, which is why I think air slashing the Charizard is the most important thing to do here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, on Math's side, there are so many things that could happen.
Yeah, Math hasn't revealed the Protect yet. So it's
No, but it makes sense for him to have it because the Venusaur's item is Covert Cloak.
Right,
It's
yeah.
not a choice item
It's
or
not a
anything
choice
like that.
Yep, that's true. That has been revealed. You're correct. It doesn't tell us, but we do know.
Yeah, that's weird.
I guess, like, inner focus or some shit. I don't know. I mean, obviously, Venu can't have that, but maybe that's why Showdown doesn't reveal it.
Yeah, so let's see how the turn goes.
Yes.
Real quick. What happens is Venusaur goes for Protect, gets fully paralyzed and killed by Shaman.
Mm-hmm.
And Zard gets Discharge Parried. So nothing we just said mattered at all.
Yeah, so that's basically the match. That being said, I guess even if that para didn't happen, I still think Moth wins because
Yeah.
like at that point, Moth doesn't care about discharging into his own Shaman because the Heat Wave would have killed that Shaman.
Yeah, Shaman would get its damage off. Both Discharge and Heat Wave would become single target.
Right. Yeah, because that was a single target. Yeah, so that's the thing, because that was a single target Discharge. Or no, if it hits your ally, does it count as single target or is it still spread?
It's still spread.
It's still spread. Okay. Yeah. So that's interesting because the Heat Wave would have been reduced. Shaman goes down. Obviously, Burnt doesn't care about the extra damage that's going on to it because he knows it's dead anyways. And then Discharge goes off before Heat Wave, and it's strong enough at that point, I think, to kill like guaranteed. Or it was actually slower before, but Heat Wave can't kill Moth.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think, in this situation, even if that para didn't happen, Burnt still wins that guaranteed because of the higher damage on Discharge, because this thing wasn't running another attacking move, was it? I think it was just it was like Protect, Heat Wave, Tailwind, and
Helping Hand.
Helping Hand, right. Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, I do think, given the situation, I guess the para didn't actually matter, except for, obviously, one extra differential point. But I think there's just a lot of different ways that turn could have gone. If that Venusaur didn't get paralyzed and did get the Protect off, Burnt going for the Air Slash on it, I think at that point, that's not good.
Yeah.
Because at that point, then Moth has to choose between Heat Wave and Discharge, and at that point, the 2v1, Moth never wins that.
Yeah.
So definitely, I think Shaman going for the Zard there is the better play. The Zard also has Protect, but just, a lot of X factor there.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. So that's that.
Did Iron Moth have Protect? It does, right?
Does it? Yeah, it did. Protect, Heat Wave, Discharge, and...
So actually, as soon as this turn ends, there's one more turn of Sun. Moth can Protect, and then Sun is gone, and Heat Wave's doing way less.
That's true too. It's not. Is it Heat? No, it can't. No, it's Charizard Y, obviously.
Yeah.
That's a good point too. Yeah. Yeah,
So there was a lot going on in the last two turns of this game.
Yeah, there was a lot of ways this could have gone. Yeah, as the turns went, I think the Paralyze on Zard ended up not mattering at all. The Paralyze on Venusaur, I think, absolutely mattered. I mean, that was just a huge threat out early. Thanks to that, but that's just fucking Morgrim putting in work really early in the match. I think Burnt absolutely recognizing how strong of a counter that is into his team, and kind of putting it on the back foot.
Yeah, Morgrim went crazy in this match.
Jesus Christ. I mean, fuck, the fake tears getting
the fake tears on the Great Tusk, the Thunder Wave on the Venusaur. It was a sleeper hit in this match.
It was really, really good. You love to see it. Okay, so that's gonna be it. Any other notes on the week?
I don't think so. I think Quick's playoffs is pretty set in stone, but Timers is like all over the place still.
You say that, but it's fucking rigged. It's the same bullshit 4 people in top 4 as usual. It's always gonna be top 4. It's always gonna be top 4.
Okay.
Well, I hate you guys. Let me in the playoffs for once, man.
Okay.
I love you guys. You're great. You're great. Timer Ball's great. Quick Ball, y'all are okay, I guess. But Timer's cool.
I like Quick Ball.
I like Timer Ball.
I like both of them.
I like Quick Ball because I can, on the first turn, throw the Pokeball, and it's a very high likelihood to catch.
That's true. Quick Balls are generally more useful than Timer Balls.
Yeah, Timer Balls are good against Legendaries. Although, honestly, I feel like at this point in time, more people just, like, will save scum Quick Balls on Legendaries than anyone ever using Timer. Wow, Timer? We're kind of like, we're kind of washed, huh?
Yeah.
That's crazy. This video needs to end. Goodbye.
Bye.